Okay. Okay, my friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to this League of Legends match against the crocodile, the reptile, whatever, the brother of Nasus. What can I tell you about this champion? I have no idea. I know that he heals. I know that he, I guess, gets extra healing from ghouls. Cannot confirm that 100%. But that's about it. That's about it. I'm not sure what kind of stuff I need to know about him. Because usually the way I look at him is just, he's going to dash around. That's a given. He's going to heal. That's a given. He's going to, if he gets ahead, you probably have to leave, log off. If you miss your E, probably going to lose a little bit. Oh, yes, there it is. You're probably going to lose a little bit of health. Now, if you get ganked, you can log off. There's a lot of problems, that can happen when you play against them, right? Did use my Ignite fairly early. It is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, you know what? This was a little bit unexpected even for me. Honestly, I didn't even know I will do that. So I guess I'm a good hunter, because good hunters, they don't think before they shoot. They just do it. So, I guess I'll get this, right? Yeah. So, yeah, well played. Now, one thing I absolutely dislike about top lane is that you can't get back in time. In mid lane you can, because they buffed your speed when the home guard speed. They buffed the speed when you guard the home, and it works well in mid. But in top lane, it's kind of like, the distance is just greater. The distance is just greater. I don't think he needed to go back there, but, it's his choice. Those are his oats. Those are his oats. Me and the wife have this saying, it's your oats, do what they want, you do what you want. It's just because Dwight said that when a man reaches his maturity or something like that, he gets oats, a bucket of oats or something, and then he said, you can do whatever you want with those oats. You can make oatmeal, you can turn that into oat bread. It's your oats. So I don't even remember how I started this sentence. It is what it is. It's all good. It's all good. Now, one thing I can tell you about top lane, which is good, which is nice, which is something I like, is that usually when I get... Oh, please don't tell me it's Shaco here. Usually when I get ahead, it is easier to stay ahead and to sort of really, kind of lay down the law. In mid... It's sort of like there's a lot of ways to save mid, I feel like. It's jungle and bot lane. In top that doesn't happen, support doesn't come. Well, usually they don't come. Yeah. Okay. So I've noticed that when you get ahead in top, it can quickly turn into a horrific scene for the enemy. Or for me, for that matter, So maybe I should switch to top finally. Maybe I should switch to top finally and see what happens. Playing mid, I like playing mid better because I do feel like Yorick is that long-range mage and he should, convince the world that that's actually the case. But maybe mid is harder. I don't know. A lot of decisions. I've had these games where Kassadin's just roam and... it's totally out of your hands, and you just lose the game because Kassadin roams, And these days, oh, he can roam. No. Unlucky that Renekton is not yet level 6. Unlucky for them. It is what it is. Guys, it is what it is. I hope that this is going to be one of those games where, I just lay down the law. I just, just lay down the law. Actually, what am I doing? I shouldn't have stayed here. I should have went back. Let's see. Let's see how much I lose because of that. Maybe I won't, actually. Okay. What is that sound? Sweet Jesus. I guess somebody is dragging something? I don't know if you hear that. I do live in a city, so sometimes things sound. Okay, Lulu is dead. I don't need to see that. I don't need to see that. Oh, okay, I'm lucky. I lost only one, it looks like. No, I lost two, but that's my fault. Losing the second one was my fault. So it's not that bad, I guess, compared to mid. In the end, But still, I like doing backs on mid, more. What you doing, boy? Oh, of course he has two. Why did I think that he has only one dash? Come on, Pokerick. It is only Yorick who doesn't have dashes. It is only Yorick, the one who doesn't have dashes. Okay. I don't know how I win against Renekton. I think it was that lucky flash in the early game. Okay. Let's poke him a little bit. My name is Pokerick, after all, so, if I don't poke, then what am I doing? I was at the flea market, and a lot of old Russian people sold their Russian assets, which is kind of interesting if you think about it, right? And there was a lot of stuff that I remember from my childhood. And some weird books. I bought a Latvian joke book from 1980. And I was reading it, and a lot of the jokes were giga inappropriate. There's a lot of stuff about a lot of different themes, but, a lot of stuff was just inappropriate. But one thing I noticed is that no jokes were about the party. And about the state, It was about church, it was about, people who work in the fields and stuff like that. But the jokes, a lot of the time, you couldn't even understand what was the joke. So, for example, something like, oh, there was once a guy who was sitting in a bush, and his name was the Claw. It was Latvian. For Latvian, it was Texas, which is like, Texas is something that you use to kind of grab, but imagine you have a cliffhanger ending, and then you take something towards you. Oh, what are you doing, guy? Does he? I don't know. I think the gank is coming or something, because what is he doing? So one of the anecdotes, jokes, was about that there once was a guy who was sitting in a bush, literally. That's literally what it was. I'm not exaggerating just because it's League of Legends, right? And he was sitting in a bush, and whenever a young woman would come, he would take his claw, which was, there was a little drawing, and he would just kind of pull her toward. How I think the Penguin in Batman did that. He would okay, which one do I get? Just real quick. I think this one, yeah. The Penguin had that from one of the games, Batman games. The Penguin had that little thing. He would pull you closer with the other end of a umbrella, and that's what the story was about, and that was supposedly funny. And I was reading that and I thought, damn, I'm not a big fan of woke stuff, but this is definitely like, that type of stuff shouldn't really be typed anymore. And, it's fine that they did type that in those days, but in these days, come on, we have progressed, right? And I was reading it, and it literally says, he had made himself a kind of like a chair from grass. I guess not a chair, but, a chair without the back part. And he would sit, and then he would grab the woman, and it wouldn't explain what he would do, and it's kind of horrifying, right? And then at the end, to just kind of tie in the joke, and I'm not exaggerating. That was literally it. That was the whole joke, and the whole funny part was that there was a guy by the name of Claw, for lack of a better translation. And the final sentence of that story was, all the people knew where the claw would sit after a while. You know, it was like reminiscing about, okay, need to focus here a bit. Just a little bit. I need to fight this guy because it's going to be better for me when I, even if, oh, sweet Jesus. I really need to lay down the law here. Oh, God. Oh, sweet Lord. What the F was that? What the F was that? What is going on? Whew, I am lucky. I'm blessed. It's because of the claw. And yeah, the final sentence was, I'm just having a hard time translating it. It was something like, and after he was long gone, the people still knew the place where he sat. As if he's some kind of a national hero. And it's not, don't think of Latvia as, glorifying that kind of stuff. Because that's something I don't know. I don't know about stuff like that. I just read it in the book. And so yeah, that was the whole joke. The guy was sitting in a forest and dragging, or what's the word? Dragging young women towards him. And there's literally in the image. I'm actually gonna give you the. I'm gonna take a picture of the story. You can translate it using whatever, and you'll see that I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not making the story be more than it is. So a lot of stories like that. Some of the jokes were kind of good because when I was walking past this, the place where they would have that joke book, a sweet lady had it, and I didn't have any intention of buying it. I just opened it. I asked her if I can open it, and the first joke I read was, a guy is asking a tailor, "Can you make pants for a monkey?" And the tailor says, "Well, come closer. Let's see." And I chuckled just very lightly at that because I thought, that's ridiculous. And then I decided to buy it. It was only €3. It was only €3. I have to be careful because they will gank me. Just be very annoying and block this. I still don't see her, so it's better to be safe. Okay. So yeah, I bought it. And I know that's not the highest type of comedy, but at least I understand the joke about the monkey. There's a joke there, There's a punchline. There's a, oh, haha, there's a surprise there. But the one about the claw, guys, After I edit this video, maybe I will have a better word for the claw. Because you will see, I'm gonna try to translate it using some kind of this, this new thing where it translates on the picture, and you will be able to read both the Latvian version and the English version. I don't know why would you need the Latvian version, but I'm gonna try to keep it in there. So, yeah, top lane, he lost, and he big time lost. That's exactly what I said, right? Although, we'll see if I can keep this, because there seem to be some problems in the mid lane, and I guess the bot lane is, something happening there, or I don't even know what kind of defensive items I need here. That's unlucky. I'm gonna go through mid here. Maybe I can last hit somebody. Just, I'm not doing it to do any kind of PvP. I'm just here, just passing by. Just passing by. Just some last hits. It's all good. It's all good. Can't do it because my fingers are not, you know, a little bit of those sausage fingers. And a lot of stuff in that book was about meat. And meat, that's what I found very fascinating about it. And I risk sounding pretentious, but in a very mild way, I found it fascinating that, oh, you know, this is what those guys were thinking about. That's what was important. There were like 10 anecdotes in a row about meat and how someone is, you know, either hiding meat in the pockets or, you know, eating through. There was something, again, very weird anecdote. There was something along the lines of, hey, why did you eat all the meat? Okay. I can't even translate, but it was super weird. It's, you know, excuse me for not being able to translate this. But in any case, those are just stories about somebody finding, people finding unique ways to eat meat, you know, and it is what it is, you know, 1980s Soviet Latvia. 1980s Soviet Latvia. Does he have the... Okay, let's poke him here. Hitting this Gromp is as close as it gets to having the ability to dig graves in an open space. Okay. Honestly, I shouldn't have taken this Gromp. I should have attacked Renekton. Because now he's not low enough. Okay. I think Jinx was flaming, or Yumi was flaming something, but I haven't done anything. I just literally walked past them, and that's it. I really wish there was a way to just sit top and just fight the 2v1. If you win, fight the 2v1. If you lose, try to be a nuisance. That's it. Oh, sweet lord. Is he really here? Is he really here? He could be here, yeah. Okay. Leandries, do it. Do your job. Please. Yes. I was about to say that, hey, I really need some clips. I really need people to believe that this is actually worth. And when something like this happens once in a while, people might start believing in this. Oh. Okay. Gonna be a nuisance. We are gonna get the dragon for this. Can I do it? Should I use flash? Now, the question in your mind is it worth? You might be tempted to say, hey, no, it wasn't worth. Definitely wasn't worth. If they dive me now, whew, you know, yeah. Okay. So what's going on over there? And yeah, you might think that it's not worth, but come on, have you ever seen anybody do that? Just because of it being a unique thing, I think you should give it some props. You should give the place some props, you know. I can't stop them from dying mid, but, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But can I get something more useful than this? I don't know. I feel like I must buy AD, or against AD, you know, armor, but the problem is that Katarina is fed a little bit, you know, and, I don't know. Can I get this? Oh, I don't have Maiden, so if they kill me, it doesn't matter, really. Being a little bit annoying here. I wonder why didn't they say anything about that flash, because that was ridiculous, wasn't it? That was ridiculous. I have a lot of, you know, I have a huge bounty on me, so, you know, probably should, I probably should. I don't even know. I've seen, you know, I was watching the Aloy's streams, and I was enjoying them. And I was thinking, okay, if he was 5-0 as Mundo and he had taken these towers, he would join his team. He would roam around, kill other towers, join team fights. But I don't know. That's just too much work. I don't want to do that. I want to just push top and hope that they will come and I will get that 2v1. And that's how we win. That's what I want to do. It might not be the correct call, but come on, you know, I don't want to, you know. Oh, there he is. Okay. That's literally too much work. You have to risk, you have to, you know, there's so many things can go wrong and so many things can happen. Oh, I feel like Shaco is here. He could be. But that's what we want, right? We want to fight the 2v1. We don't want to fight 1v3. We want to fight 2v1. So, you know, gotta be careful a little bit. Gotta be a little bit careful about all of that. I want to see them on the map, and that's when I can start pushing more. That's when I can start pushing more. Oh, that's sound. I know that sound. That's the sound when this triggers, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, it is what it is. It is what it is, you know. That's what happens. Now, if I went there and died with them, it would have been even worse. But I still think that the right call is to simply go, you know, and try to help your team out. But again, that requires me, you know, doing all kinds of things, all kinds of calculations that I'm just, you know, it's just middle of the day right now for me. Do I really need to do that? Do I really need to, okay. Okay. Renekton's happy. Why wouldn't he be? He rolled the dice. He rolled the big dice. Okay. Hopefully Shaco is gonna come here. Because that's when I can be useful, if Shaco comes here. If they ignore me, then, you know, I can't. I can't be useful if they ignore me. Okay. Well, if they ignore me and I get to push the inhibitor, then we can do something. Let's see. Ghoul giving me some vision. Very good. Feeling a little bit safer. Oh, there she is. Now this is worth. Okay. I'll release her just because maybe... What if she... You know... Okay. Okay, now I'm useful. Got us a dragon. Oh, no. Oh, sorry. You know, I uploaded a clip about this, that, oh, you know, Yorick does this pressure, you know, 3 people not in a fight, this and that, boom, steals the Drake, right? I don't want to die. Please tell me she doesn't know about me here. Ah, lucky. Lucky me, sweet Jesus. Okay. Okay. I don't have any kind of ways of, you know, dealing with the shields. That's one of the things that's kind of bad about this. But the thing that's kind of cool about Jinx coming there is that she's very fed. And she is, she does have Yumi on her, so it's kind of like a double, triple whammy if you can soak some pressure, you know, like that. So, I'm gonna try to soak some pressure in the bottom. Let's see. I might actually... Oh, there was a ward. She knows. She knows. They know. They know. Okay. Oh, there she is. How strong is she? She's pretty strong. She's pretty strong, and I don't have resistances against her. I don't really have resistances against her. You know what? I must try to... oh... have to try to... Oh, there she is. Yeah, they're gonna test it. Yeah. It is kind of for the Baron, but it's a cool 1k for... Well, it's for Shaco, so maybe it's better than it if it goes there, right? Oh, do they... I didn't even have a bounty anymore. Actually, super worth. Boom. I feel like a sponge. I literally feel like a sponge now. I was so sad that I thought that, damn, you know, it's gonna be 1k for them, but it's not. It was not. I guess I just continue this, right? Why would I stop if it's successful? And with any luck, with just a tiny bit of luck, we could win. Just off the back of this. You know, the game got a little bit more interesting right now. He says 3 top. Meaning what? That the enemies are top or what? Varus is getting fed. It's something I like to see, you know. I like to see that. I like to see that. He was dodging an E. Wow. How do they do that? That was such a good bait, I guess, right? Okay. I don't think I can do much there. That champion fed with Yumi, all the healing. I don't know what I can do about that, really. Okay. Can I stop them from ending the game? Oh, I actually... Ooh, this is gonna be close. No, it's probably not gonna be close, though. It's gonna be okay. Oh, he dies. Okay. Okay. So, I think that what I need to do now is just go top. Renekton's not gonna do anything. Renekton with Shaco might do something. But if Renekton and Shaco both are top, then no one's there. What is that? Then no one's there to get the Drake, right? So no one's there to get. Oh, that's what I like to see, actually. Sweet Lord. Interrupt that. Oh, whoops. Oh, I need to go back. Oh, I need to go back. Oh, I need to go back. Suddenly, I need to go back. Oh, actually, they don't try to finish. Yeah. You know, Graves is having a little bit of a tough time understanding. Let's just say that it's difference of opinion, you know, what I should have done. Now, in retrospect, yeah, of course. If I had been there, yeah. But in retrospect, if, you know, my call was the right call. You know, it was the right call to go there. Because I'm far better being, you know, somewhere there instead of just, you know, running around. Because it's you know, it's the classic thing. It's way too easy for enemy to run circles around a Yorick player because he doesn't have the tools to, you know, to just, you know, do that back and forth around objectives and stuff. So, okay. But in retrospect, yeah, given the way the fights went, it's hard to argue that we wouldn't have gotten the Drake if I was there, because, you know. But again, I would come top again. I would come top again. Okay. Should I release Maiden? You know, let's try. Let's try the good old Maiden bait. Haven't done one in a while. For the Maiden bait to work, if it's gonna be Jinx, it's probably not gonna work. Maybe if Jinx is... Oh, there she is. I have to recall, because if they die, then I have to protect the Nexus, you know. Graves, don't do it. Graves, careful. Oh, there she is. There she is. Now this is gonna work. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. Oh, sweet lord. Oh, it does work. It does actually work. Look at that. It's kind of beautiful if you think about it. Oh, what the F? Did they have vision there? Oh no. Such a good moment, followed by a horrible moment. I thought, you know, again, in retrospect, I shouldn't have recalled there because it was way too risky that they have vision of that. Way too risky. So, again, at least the good thing is that I didn't have a big bounty on me. Okay. But yeah, the way Katarina got, you know, just got slapped there. Just got slapped by those nibbles. Actually got nibbled down because if you look at my items, all of them do just you know, they just do nibbles, right? I don't even know what to buy next. I don't think I've been this far with a AP build, so I'll just buy Giant's Belt. I'll just buy a Giant's Belt. Okay, now we have to fight. Unfortunately, it's going to be bad as Yorick to fight, but that's the price I pay. I died, so I'm not in position to do anything. You're going to die, Graves. Don't do it. Come on, boy. that was so obvious. I guess it was obvious too when I was in the bush there. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. 144. Okay, so what do I get? You know what? I'm gonna try Rylai's, even though Rylai's isn't really, I think, the best item in this circumstance. Oh. Oh. Damn, they surrender. That's, you know, it's kind of sad. But, yeah, thanks for watching this. And I'll see you next time. Oh, actually, somebody on stream told me repeatedly, asked me repeatedly to include the stats. So here they are. Here they are. Almost as much as Jinx, with having only 3. Well, it's not only 3 damaging items, but still, I like it. You know. Let's see. Is it still bugged? Yeah, it's still bugged. So somebody told me that it's the other way around. I guess this is me, right? This one, 15 and 17. Total 252. Well, yeah, you can check this out. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.